Hey, how's everybody doing? This is Brandon with Taylor's Fire and Smoke Cooking, and this is You Can Make It Monday Motivation. Today what we're going to talk about is faith and endurance. We're going to read out of James chapter 1, and we're going to talking about when you go through trials, you go through struggles, count it all joy, because that's what helps build your endurance. So we're going to start off at James chapter 1, verse 2, and we're going to talk a little bit about building up our faith. Training our faith. So verse 2 says, "Dear brothers and sisters, whenever trouble comes your way, consider it an opportunity for great joy. For you know that when your faith is tested, your endurance has a chance to grow. So let it grow, for when your endurance is fully developed, you will be perfect and complete, needing nothing." So if we look back at verse 2, it says, when troubles come your way, consider it an opportunity for great joy. You know, a lot of times when we face situations and circumstances, we look at everything from a natural eye, and we get upset and we get down on ourselves, and we get down on the situation, and we don't give God an opportunity to work on or in that situation. And it says, count it an opportunity for great joy. Begin to rejoice in the fact that you know God is going to be able to deliver you through or deliver you from whatever you're going through, whatever the circumstance may be. So that's why the scriptures say to count it as an opportunity for great joy, because the minute you begin to put your faith, your belief and faith in the outcome or the expectation of it being a good outcome, then that's when your expectation and your endurance begins to grow. A lot of times we sit there and we sulk and we get down and we just really have no faith or belief in God. No, one of the hardest things for us to do, especially as a human, is to find joy or comfort in sorrow or in going through a hard patch or a hard circumstance. One, because it goes against our human nature. Our nature is, you know, we want everything to go well, and if it doesn't, then we want to try to fix it, solve it. And if we can't fix it or solve it, then we just kind of get down on ourselves or get upset or things of like that nature. But God is calling us to be greater than that. He's calling us to be greater than the circumstance. And even if it seems like there's no way out or no way to get it fixed, that we still have to trust and believe in Him. Number two, it's hard because it's much easier just to say, you know what, I give up, I can't make it, I don't want to try to fix it, I don't want to go through this anymore, I'm done, I just give up, I throw it all away. And you know, the minute you do that, it's like weight training. You start training, you start throwing weight up, and the more and more weight you're lifting, and week by week goes by, and you're getting stronger, and you're you're just throwing up that weight. You're throwing up that weight, and circumstances come your way, and you're just steady throwing up that weight. Well, the minute you begin to stop lifting, and you say, you know what, I don't want to lift for a while, you can't go back to what you left off at. You can't start picking up where you left off and say, well, when I put the weights down, I was benching 250, and you let them 2 or 3 months go by and think you're going to go slam up 250 again. No, you have to build yourself back up to that, because you've allowed the strength to go down, because you didn't keep training, you didn't keep lifting that weight. So, you know, just like these circumstances, situations we may face, we have to sit there and spiritually throw that weight up. Seeing things come our way, throw that weight up. Grief come our way, keep throwing that weight up. Somebody on the job giving you a hard time, keep throwing that weight up. Bills are due and you don't know where the money's going to come on. Just keep on throwing that weight up. And your faith, during that, your faith is continuing to grow. You're getting more and more spiritual endurance. You're able to make it. Things don't knock you around like they used to. You don't get down on yourself like you used to. You feel more encouraged. You're able to even encourage others while you're going through, while you're in the valley, while you're in the low point. But you just keep on lifting. You keep on training. You keep on speaking those things that be not as if though they were. You keep on calling on the name of Jesus. You keep on crying out. You keep on, I can make it. I can make it. Keep lifting that weight. And before you know it, it's like you've grown. You've gotten stronger. You're able to you're like conquer the whole world. And when things come your way, they just bounce off of you. It's nothing left. You know what I mean? Your spiritual endurance has grown. You've gotten to the point to where it's like, to God be the glory through any circumstance, to God be the glory through anything. I'm trusting and I'm believing in Him, and He'll work on your behalf. He'll begin to walk with you and talk with you in those situations that used to seem like there was never a way out of them. I'll never be able to make it. You'll start seeing doors open that once seemed like they were always closed, or doors you never knew existed flying open on your behalf. But you have to train yourself to believe that God is able and God will. I liken this to trying to become a firefighter. Now, you know, if you're trying to become a firefighter, there's a series of tests and training that you have to go through to equip you to be able to handle the situation or the circumstances when a fire comes. It's going to equip you and give you the endurance to make it through rooms and make it up steps and different things of that nature. But when the fire comes, you have the tools it takes to not only save yourself, but be able to save somebody else, somebody else's life too. And that's just like, you know, when you're building your faith. Eventually you get to a point to where when the fires come and the storm comes, you're able to face those fires. You equip yourself with faith to navigate through smoky situations, through fiery situations when it doesn't look like there's a way out. But you've trained yourself, you've equipped yourself spiritually to be able to withstand those circumstances. Verse 4 says, "So let it grow. When your endurance is fully developed, you will be perfect and complete, needing nothing." And that's what we're trying to get to, guys. We're trying to make it to where we need nothing, where our strength and our faith is fully developed, to where we know beyond a shadow of a doubt that God can make it through. And if it's something that we're praying for, that God can deliver. And if it's something that we don't get, then it wasn't for us. Because what God has for us is for us. And we have to count that joy. You know, naturally, there are things we crave and things we want, things we strive for. But sometimes it's just not for us. But it's okay, because God, if it's not in God's will, then it's probably the best thing for us. Again, guys, just know, when you begin to start training that faith, it's not always going to be easy. Just like when you go to the gym, the first few days, the first month, the first few weeks or whatever, it's tough. Your body aches, you're sore, you question whether or not it's really worth it. Do I want to continue to do this? But the more you go and the more you get strong, and the better your body begins to feel, and the more you crave going, and the looser your limbs get, and the stronger you get, and you begin to run longer, you begin to jog longer, you begin to lift more. It's just like in the spiritual, it's the same thing. You know, when you begin to really first start trying to put your faith to the test, it's not always going to be easy. You're not always going to want to get down on those knees and pray. You're not always going to want to fast. You're not always going to want to pray for someone, or sow into somebody, or even call out and have somebody pray with you. But the longer you do it, the more you do it, then the easier it's going to get. And because, you know, your spiritual training, it may start off small. That amount of weight you're able to lift may be small, but I believe if you keep on running, you keep on training, you keep on believing, you keep on trusting in God, before you know it, you'll be a spiritual, faith-filled powerhouse. So this was Brandon with You Can Make It Monday Motivation. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Trust God, and the rest will be history. God bless you guys. I appreciate you. Until the next time.